What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Divided Nation News. A quick recap here from my video from yesterday, asking subscribers to state their opinions about things happening in Wisconsin, USA. So there was a couple things I wanted to share, but I didn't, just because I wanted to see what other people would share. Actually, zero. Nobody made a comment on that post yesterday. So here's the whole thing, everybody. There is, out of the total voter registry of individuals that registered to vote in Wisconsin, 88% of those individuals apparently, supposedly, allegedly voted. You know, it's strange, it's unlikely, it's very, very weird. There's never been, in Wisconsin, to my knowledge, I don't think it's ever been higher than 70% of registered voters that have voted. It doesn't mean that a high percentage of individuals like that wouldn't vote. It just means essentially that it's incredibly unlikely. So also there was another 100,000 votes that had came in a batch. They all turned out to be for Biden. Very interesting, because I had just shared a video a few days back talking about Philadelphia, that also there was actually two batches that had came in. I believe it was from the post office. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But the exact number, I remember the number. It was 23,000. Wait a minute. Now I'm forgetting. 23,244, something like that. I'm trying to remember. But it was 23,000 and change, okay, on the ballots. And all those ballots that had come in those two batches, all coincidentally happened to be for Biden. Anybody seeing a pattern here? I mean, and that was in Harris County, but Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania, outside of Philadelphia. But as far as getting back to Minnesota, some weird stuff going on here. And here's another thing. Has anyone noticed that the swing states are being the ones that seem to be affected right now? They need to extend the count, or they have additional ballots that they need to count. It's kind of makes sense, because you would think that if someone was trying to manipulate a election, they would probably wait until the last minute to see how many votes they needed, or at least that's one strategy. It seems like that's kind of what's going on, because you'll notice a lot of what's happening is in the swing states. Here it is, even in Arizona. We're not necessarily considered a swing state. Maybe Arizona is. I thought a couple days ago Biden had got the election. I wasn't voting for, left or right, but I definitely was shocked to see that Biden had got it. It was 1.3 million votes in Arizona for Biden, 1.1 million and change for Trump. And now, then I checked the stats yesterday, it was 1.4 and 1.4 million. Biden was up on Trump by like 60,000 votes. So today, incredibly close, very interesting to see those numbers so close. Nevada, they'd said a few hours earlier that they still had 150,000 to count. I'm sure now, obviously, it's less than that. Maybe it's down around 100,000. But Arizona had said yesterday there was 275,000 ballots they still had to count. And then at the end of the night, a couple hours before I went to bed, they had reported that there was over 400,000 votes in Arizona. 400,000 that still needed to be counted. What the hell's going on here? So you still have this, some weird stuff going on in Michigan, Pennsylvania. But like I said, Wisconsin, the reason I put out that video talking about Wisconsin was just to see who found out about what and yada yada, from links or things you had seen reported in the news. Nobody responded on that. That's okay. But I just wanted to kind of wait until I had knew that what I was getting ready to post was true. And specifically Wisconsin, 88% of registered voters voted. I don't know. It's a little strange. It's highly unlikely. Is it possible? Sure, I must concede that it is possible, but highly unlikely. So, some weird things going on. I don't know. Them Dems, they seem to be pulling from every angle by hook or crook to try to take this election. Hopefully, Department of Homeland Security marking those ballots allegedly with the QFS blockchain encryption watermark, which is a non-radioactive isotope that they allegedly track all of the ballots through cybersecurity. Hopefully that's true, because if they're tracking the ballots, then they should know, you know. But my question is, what happens to the ballots that might have been put in an incinerator? Can Department of Homeland Security still track the ballots that have been burned? Not just shredded, but can they still track those? I don't know. I don't have all the answers. I leave those questions out there to you guys. What do you think? I don't know. I do have faith and hope that the Fed's Department of Homeland Security, Department of Justice has definitely been smart enough to do their job correctly, and also working with Trump to make sure that there is an integrity that is still kept in that balance for the U.S. presidential election. Otherwise, it seems like every presidential election, every 4 years, it seems like we're going to have a recount at this point. It's like, you know, where does it end? So hopefully things will get to a point where there is some consistency and a rebuild of that trust and confidence in the electoral process, not just in presidential elections, but every 2 years for state elections. So tell me what you guys think. Feel free to share your opinions. A lot going on in Wisconsin. Like I said, those 100,000 votes that came in that were all for Biden in one package. In Philadelphia, same type of thing for those 23,000. Kind of seeing a pattern of that, and it seems to be a pattern in the swing states right now. So definitely got to take notice of that pattern of swing states and also Democratic states that seem to be the ones that are kind of lagging on and drawing out the process, and definitely making the rest of us very, very skeptical. So please be sure to like and share this video. Also, feel free to make any comments, share your opinions on whatever you feel. You know, we still have the right to do that. It still is America for the moment. So appreciate y'all, and check y'all on the next one. Have a good night.